I don't know what that is, but hello, and welcome back to the channel of growth. If this is your first time seeing me, my name is Lanée, B or Brandy. Nice to meet you. I'm jumping straight in, no talk, no chaser. I'm gonna pray because that's what's normal here, and then I'm gonna jump straight into what's going on. God, I thank you for this time, another opportunity to give your name all glory, honor, and praise. I thank you for another opportunity to get in front of this camera and speak to who it is that you may want me to speak to. I pray that you put only the words that I need to say in my heart and throughout my mouth. Bring back remembrance to things that need to be said that I may have forgotten. Fill the voice of your people if there be any. Fill each and every heart. Hear the desires of their hearts, oh God. And if they're out of alignment with yours, I pray that they get into it. Cover your children as they watch this, and after they watch this, cover their week, their day, their year, their month, their lives. If they have kids, cover their children. If they have spouses on the way, God, cover their spouses. And may you cover their circles. And yeah, in Jesus' name, amen. And that's on having a Father in heaven. Okay, so first of all, I'm always happy when I come here. I'll be hyped, child. So first and foremost, I'm super excited about this video because I kind of can't believe it's happening. My daddy about to let me share a dream, and I always watch other people's channels and stuff, and I see them talking about dreams. It's like, oh, that's what's up. You know, that's crazy. Like, you can interpret it and stuff like that. And I've been praying for my own interpretations, like to have the ability to do so for my own dreams, because my dreams be wild. I'll be like, what the heavens was that? But he gonna let me share a dream. He gonna let me do it. And I've always been curious about it and wanted to know how to interpret my own, because it's like, I have so many dreams. I dream a lot. I actually, well, not all the time, but I write my dreams down. Like when they look a little too crazy, or when it look like, yeah, it might be something in that, I'll write it down and try to process it later. Or when I'm in my right mind, because you know how you go to sleep and then as soon as you wake up, it's like, wait, how do I spell my name? Like, you don't really know, you're not all the way there. So I, as soon as I wake up, if I remember a dream, because sometimes I don't remember them, as soon as I wake up, I remember them probably like hours after I'm up. Or I'll be talking to somebody and they say something, I'll be like, I had a dream about that, and then it'll come to me or something like that. So yeah, that's how it goes. And then after it comes to my remembrance, I start writing it down. Or if I remember one section, I'll start writing it down or typing it in my phone, and then it'll come to me as I'm typing, like, oh yeah, yeah now. So yeah, let's get into it. This dream is not pretty. Let's start there. And before I say what I'm about to say after the dream, let me just say that this does not mean that it's for you, but it's for somebody. It's for somebody's. So whoever watches it, I pray that you get something from it, and yeah, live your blessed life. I was talking to someone who was supposed to be a nurse. Mind you, the tone of the room is like kind of dark, like super dim, minimal lighting, and I'm in like a dark type of center, I guess, because it was like stacked up chairs and stuff in the corner for whatever reason. I ain't got all that yet, but there's a nurse in front of me, and it's a female nurse. She's in front of me, and she doesn't look like your everyday nurse. She's not wearing scrubs. She's wearing like the costume get up that nurses wear. Well, not the nurses wear, but when people pretend to be nurses for Halloween, you know, the white hat, the red plus sign, the white button down. I guess the back in the day looking type style. So I was talking to someone who was supposed to be a nurse, and as I'm talking to the nurse, I go, wait, what's your name? And she says, my name's Lou Sofer. So that name is spelled Lousouffer. Okay. And I say, Lucifer. And I exposed like basically what was going on. And then her eyes turn red, like red, like red beaming jewels, like red. And her disguise slash appearance disintegrated as her skin turned to some type of ash. Child. So, explaining what this really looked like. So, as her eyes were turning red, her whole get up, like skin and everything, just started turning into like clay slash ash, you know, them crackling, you know, kind of like gargoyle-ish, but it wasn't a gargoyle. She just started turning into this. And her whole form left. She was no longer a woman. And she's just cracking and ashing as her clothes are like disintegrating off of her. So as she's turning red and her skin is ashing and cracking, I'm laughing. I am laughing. I'm like, ah, 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 ah. And I guess she gets pissed. Well, not she. It gets pissed, and there's that. And I've been having a lot of dreams lately where scary things happen, and I'm not scared at all. I just be like, okay. The weirdest stuff, and the dreams really be like type scary, but I be giddy. I be laughing. So from this dream, we know what nurses are for. You know, they're here to help, you know, and also hospitals normally represent healing and things of that nature. So in here, she was giving me like advice, or basically like, I want to help you. And since she was a nurse, that would have been somebody very easy to trust. Like, you do know what's best. This is your field. Healing is your field. Come on, help me. Okay. So as I'm looking at her and I say, what's your name? That was me kind of sort of like testing the spirit. What's your name? My name's Lou. Lou Sofer. Lousoffer. That's how I was trying to like disguise itself. And I said, Lucifer. And she boom, just flew, just turned into whatever just happened. Turned into whatever she turned into. So as I'm testing the spirit, I'm exposing it because it's like, I'm caught red-handed or red-eyed, whatever you want to say. It was caught. And after I caught it, because I didn't ask for nothing, I asked to test the spirit. And once I did, I exposed it, and I'm like, ha, I'm right. That's what the laughing was for. It's, ha ha, I'm right. Stop playing with me. That's more so what that was. I have been telling people around me for a while, it is exposing season. And when I say a while, I mean probably since January, I think, or maybe even before then. But I've been saying it. It's exposing season. It's exposing season. And when I originally said it, it wasn't, how can I put it? It was more so in a way, God is going to shine light on what was dark. You know, he's going to bring some things to the light that people are trying to hide. And, you know, that's really what it means. But I didn't know how close and intimate the exposure was going to get. And by close and intimate, I mean things that are close to you are going to be exposed. Things that you probably have never been able to see. But all this is going to happen with you changing your perspective and your vision and trusting God with what is around you. If you want to see something, you're going to have to get with God about that. There's so many things that we cannot see because we not tapped in. You can't, and a lot of people, they don't want to see the spiritual stuff or the supernatural stuff, and that's very understandable because it can freak you out if your hope is not in the Lord. Let me say it that way. But it's a lot of things that you can't see, and a lot of things, all things, are spiritual. It is what it is. What do you think we're living from? You think we just walk in avatars? We have spirits. You know what a soul is? Yeah, that's a thing. It's spiritual. So if you want to see some things, and it doesn't all have to be scary, you don't have to have dreams like I did. That's just how he felt like talking to me. And this was last night that I had this dream. Today is Wednesday, April 21st. I had this dream. Well, no, I fell asleep about like midnight to 1 a.m., so it really was today. Now, I think the dream was a way of God saying that don't keep it to yourself no more. Because although I've been telling people around me that it's exposing season, in the dream, he more so showed me how deep exposing season is, and that how well disguised the things are trying to be. And the ways that they try to come into your life, it's not just a simple, meaningless. These things are coming disguised as help, disguised as healing, disguised as better. You know, the things that you probably will want, the things that you feel like you may need, the things that you feel like you may need to move forward and go to your next level. Or it could even be your friends, the friends that you didn't have for years and you feel like y'all sticking tough and rough. He's exposing everything. And it's not a bad, it's actually a great thing. Knowledge is power, but God wants to make his children very aware of what is going on. These tricks are not lightweight. You may think that you are big, bad, and tough, you all knowing and all seeing, but I promise you, everything is not what it seems. Be careful. And even if it is geared towards someone that's close to you, that might bust a little fake out, or have to be exposed to you, that isn't guaranteed that you and the friend will have to be no more. Maybe it's a seasonal thing, because it's not necessarily your friend that's acting crazy, acting fake, and doing all this crazy stuff. It could be like a possession of sin, if that's a thing. But whatever they're doing, whatever they're into, it might be so overwhelming that they're starting to do things that are normally out of their character. So while they may be out of character now, that doesn't mean that they won't come back. That doesn't mean that they won't get their mind together and mind right later. But I'll leave that between you and God on if y'all need to reconnect after y'all disconnect, because it really depends. And this is why we need God. Because you can't just be letting anybody close to you, around your kids, around your mama, play it safe, or even around yourself. You don't want to just let any old body in your space. There's possibly a lot of strangers that'll do you better than who's close to you. That's the scary part. You have to stop putting your loyalty into time. Time is not loyal to you, because it won't even wait for you. Stop putting your loyalty in time, memories, things that have happened and transpired. If it's over, it's over. It's over. And that's okay. It's fine to move on. It's fine to keep going. Just because you're growing doesn't mean that you're leaving somebody behind. Maybe in order for them to grow, they need you to go. Maybe you're their crutch. Maybe it's time for them to learn how to walk on their own. Maybe you were their training wheels, and they probably would have never learned how to ride a bike without you. You probably need to move. Stop trying to do God's job. It's God's job to change hearts. Only God can change the heart of man. Woman and man. You can't do it. You can't do it. Don't stress yourself out about it. It's not for you to handle. That is definitely not for you to bear. Definitely not. So as Big E is going forth, Big E being big exposure, is going forth, I just pray that you stay prayed up. Ask God to show you stuff. Ask God to cover you as you go through stuff, because exposure hurts. Believe it or not, it always affects somebody more than the person that is well, not gonna say more than the person that's being exposed, but it goes past the person that's being exposed. Like, it'll hurt them, but it'll hurt who's connected to them too. Like, oh wow. Exposure is normally pretty shocking, just because the simple fact of like, wow, it's like, oh wow. And although it may be something that you had an idea about, or that you probably thought about once or twice, God ain't scared to confirm nothing. You hear me? He ain't scared to confirm nothing. And he actually wants to tell you. He wants to talk to you. He wants you to know. There are things that he wants to tell you. He wants to talk to you. Believe it or not. And it is very much personal, and the relationship shall not be one-sided. In order for him to talk to you, you have to listen. Yes, I just turned my ear up. Listen, get sensitive to what he's saying. Learn how he speaks to you. He speaks to me in multiple ways. He speaks to me through songs, through visions, dreaming. Sometimes I will audibly hear him telling me to do things. What else, child? He'll talk to me through other people speaking or ear hustling on other people's conversations. If I'm walking past the TV, I'll probably hear something. He speaks to me through numbers. He speaks to me, I guess, in every way. I guess at this point, it's crazy. It's crazy over here. But I don't think it was always this loud. God has gotten very loud on me within the past, when can I say? Either earlier this year or late last year. I could always hear him, but it's just the volume. The volume is turned up. Because I guess I done turned up and he done turned up with me. Like, oh, okay, you ready now? Let's do it. Don't be afraid to ask him, God, is this for me? Can you show me? Don't be scared to ask him. You don't have to ask him out loud. You could pray, eyes closed, thoughts turned up. He hears you. If you don't even talk, God hears your heart. That's the crazy thing about it. He could hear your heart. God can hear your body language. He could hear your stress. He could hear through nothing. And he wants to show you that he hears you. And he wants to hear from you. So, step in line. Get with him. Let him help you. Let him heal you. Let him grow you up. Let him help you dig deeper. Let him help you see those things that you forgot about, those things that you buried, those things that you put away. Let him help you with that. Let him help you see why you crying and you can't figure out why. Let him reveal some stuff to you about yourself. I promise you, you do not know yourself as well as you thought. And that's coming from my own experience. And the Bible. The heart is wicked. Who can know it? That means yours. You don't even know that thing that you're holding. Let him do it. Let him do it. If there's anything to take away from this whole shabam, let him do it. Let him do it. I promise you, it's for your better good and your greater good. It's going to help you in so many ways. You're going to get so much better, so much stronger if you just let him do it. You ain't got to handle another thing. Let him do it. Let him talk to you. Let him tell you. Let him guide you. Let him direct you. Let him expose your circles. We're going through a lot just because we don't want to know things. We will perish from lack of knowledge. That's real. That's a thing. You could be hanging with people who are planning to kill you and you don't even know. And when I say kill you, that doesn't mean necessarily that, they're going to shoot your house up when you go to sleep. That doesn't necessarily mean that. But they could be weighing on you, weighing on your mental, weighing on your emotions, just pouring poison into you and just watching you deplete second by second, just getting wearier and wearier, more and more tired, just feeling all this agony, all this anguish, and it might not even be yours to bear. Your life might be great and you can't even get with it because of who's pouring into you. You might be just consuming all poison, all death, and you just slowly. People ask me, what's wrong? I don't know. I guess I ain't get enough sleep last night. No, you was on the phone with your toxic bestie, and she wore you out with doubt, fear, anxiety, depression, you name it. Wore you out, and it might have been intentional. It might have been intentional. She might be using you as a venting system just to dump into so she could walk off okay. That's a thing. Just be going through stuff. Let me call my sis. Let me call her. Call you. You was doing good. You had an amazing day. She called you, wore you out. Ain't say nothing good the whole phone call. Wore you out. You hang up and you just you go talk to I don't know, you walk past your mom or something. Hey sweetie,
Now you got an attitude. All because you done let this girl pour into you what she had on her. Just because they have been there does not mean that they have to still be there. It could seem to be a little embarrassing to have things around you being exposed, because it's like, oh, how didn't I see it? How didn't I know? I really trusted this person. And that can be embarrassing on your part, especially if it's, blowing up a little bit, because it's like, that kind of comes for my judgment of character or my lack of vision, things of that nature. But it's not your fault. If you seen it and didn't do anything about it and you just kept it there close to you, then that's kind of your fault for how it ends. Because, if you got the warning and you did nothing and now you're getting the destruction, you should have listened to the warning. Don't be embarrassed. Be glad, be proud of yourself for letting God do something, for letting him take control of your life in that area, which may be an area that affects the rest of your life. Because who you're connected to is really that important. It's really that important. You wouldn't plug your phone up to a wall that you knew had no power in it, would you? Would you do that? Those things that you have questions about, he wants to answer. He wants to provide you with the mysteries, the things that you don't know about, the things that you are going to need. He wants to tell you. He cares. He cares about your future. He cares about your now. He cares. Not only does he care, he has all power to help you obtain everything that he has for you. Let me say it that way. Because I don't know what you want, but what you want isn't always what you need. Most times it isn't what you need. Get what you need. Get what you need. Just let him do it. And after you ask him to show you, after you pray on it, after you seek his face about it, or after you seek him about it, make sure that you're paying attention. You do not want to go into another thing blind. It is not the time to be playing, and it is not the time for emotions. Okay. Keep your eyes open. Keep your ears open. Keep your heart open. Be ready to receive what it is that he wants to give you, tell you, and pour into you, because I promise you, you need it. If God talking, you need it. I don't care if it was something as simple as put that shirt on today. You need to wear that shirt. You don't know what you're going to walk into today, who you're going to walk past. Listen to him. Every detail matters. It matters. Discernment matters. Don't talk to God and not expect him to talk back, because he's going to do it. Just be very open on or about which way he's going to speak to you. Just be prepared. Be prepared as best as you can. And yeah, it's exposing season. Be careful. Be careful. And I'm excited for you. I really am. I am. I really am. I'm really excited for you, because if you're watching this channel, as much as I upload, we're probably growing together. And if I'm growing and you here, then I know you're growing with me. Whether it be a little bit slower than me, a little faster than me, it doesn't matter. Each person has their own set pace, time, and plan and future. Whatever yours is, I'm excited for you. You're God ordained. Let me say it that way. I'm excited for you. I don't want to see nobody fall. I don't want to see another person stumble over things that they could have just stepped over had they have seen it. I'm over it. I'm so over it. This planet is ghetto. But God ain't. So we gonna get through this. So yeah, that's it. I love y'all. I will get back to y'all when he gets back to me. I want to get him back on here. And I appreciate you. Whether it be 500, 5,000, or 5 million. As long as it touch whoever it's supposed to touch, child, I don't care. This is not my channel. This is not my YouTube. I did not call myself back on here.
So yeah, seek his face, seek his knowledge, seek everything that he has for you, seek his word, and pray. 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 It's getting real, guys. It's getting real. Yeah. Love you. Praying for you. I care about you. And more so, God loves you. And he cares about you. And I'll see y'all later. Bye.